We're continuing to follow developing news tonight where work has stopped at Port Arthur LNG. 3 construction workers died in a scaffold collapse. 5 workers were on the scaffold at the time. According to City Ambulance Vice President Andre Ruby, 2 workers died on site. And JP Brad Burnett says they were a 25-year-old from Houston and a 42-year-old from Pearland. Another was rushed to Christus St. Elizabeth Hospital, where Judge Collins said he died. That man was a 41-year-old from Houston. 2 others were injured but released. Good evening, Southeast Texas. I'm Cladra Rhodes. Jordan has the night off. Investigators say the scaffolding platform gave way at about 2 o'clock this morning. We have live team coverage this evening. Ebony Coleman is in studio with a timeline of the plant's construction. But first, we turn to Cameron Burchett in Port Arthur, where she has a clear line of sight of the accident.
Cladra, yeah, we've been here all morning and now into the evening, where earlier this morning a collapse happened at the Port Arthur LNG facility of a scaffold that caused 3 deaths and workers to be injured.
This is really early in the investigation to make any type of determination.
Jefferson County Sheriff's Deputy Captain Crystal Holmes says investigators are still determining what caused the scaffolding to collapse under the workers at Port Arthur LNG in the early morning hours.
The facility will be investigating, OSHA will be called in, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office obviously investigating as well.
3 workers fell off the scaffolding.
There was some type of failure in the scaffolding system.
2 died on site and a 3rd died at the hospital.
Not all employees landed on the ground. 2 of them were able to stay up, but all sustained injuries.
According to Sempra Infrastructure, the 2 employees who were injured have since been released from the hospital. When it comes to these kinds of accidents, Robert Wells, a paramedic with City Ambulance, says the help from other first responders allows them to respond fast.
They get everything in order for us when we get there so that we can have quick patient access and rapid transport to the hospital, because time is important in situations.
Bechtel officials have launched their own investigation and told 12 News that all work at the site was immediately stopped and all workers were sent home. In a statement to 12 News, Bechtel stated that it is supporting those impacted and ensuring site safety remain our top priorities. Captain Holmes acknowledged that there are still lingering questions.
Bechtel and the Sheriff's Office are all working together to find out exactly what happened.
Back out here live, the Sheriff's Office tells me they won't be releasing the names of the victims today. Live in Port Arthur, Cameron Burchett, 12 News.
Thank you, Cameron, for following that story all day. 12 News has also observed what appears to be a loose rigging strap still attached to a crane hook flapping in the wind above the collapsed scaffolding. This raises the question, did a load slip from that strap and strike the scaffolding below? That's one of the key details authorities have not yet confirmed, but it could be critical in determining whether this was a rigging accident or a structural failure. Right now, these are the questions 12 News is working to get answers to. Port Arthur LNG has been under construction for a little over a year now. 12 News reporter Ebony Coleman joins us with a look at the work going on at the facility.
Cladra, Port Arthur LNG is a natural gas liquefaction and export terminal. It's a joint project between Sempra Infrastructure and ConocoPhillips. It's still under construction and not online right now. Now, the project received final notice to proceed in March of 2023 and broke ground in March of 2024. Construction soon followed on the almost $13 billion endeavor. According to Sempra Infrastructure officials, the facility is meant to meet the growing demands for LNG in Europe, Asia, and other global markets. And Bechtel is a contractor doing the work on phase 1 of the project. In 2023, Bechtel reported a local hire rate of 51.16% on its website. The company points to its success with strong partnerships with local vendors. In 2023, Port Arthur LNG and Bechtel Infrastructure presidents told me they were all about keeping operations local.
The resources that are already here, the ability to get natural gas and infrastructure here, but also the people. 5,000 people, 4 years plus in construction. And, we've been underway now for about 6 weeks and we've already engaged 40 local businesses.
12 News has attended hiring events for the company. Over the weekend, Bechtel had a hiring event for a number of jobs at the site, which included positions for riggers and bull riggers, among other jobs. There is another planned for May 31st. Sempra officials tell 12 News that all 5 workers involved in the scaffolding collapse are Bechtel employees. Now, it isn't clear when work will resume at the site. In studio, Ebony Coleman, 12 News.
Thank you, Ebony. We'll continue to press officials and site leaders for answers as the investigation continues. Stick with 12 News on air and online as we learn more.